It
people
isn't
who are
bad,
socially
but it isn't
isolated.
good.
And Bruno Bollet had
Let's discuss
most certainly
solutions.
been hungry.
Time to snoop.
Box.
Time to snoop.
The box.
Time to snoop. Through the loop. Oh, Bruno. Oh, a lemon.
Oh, a loquat. Lemon.
Darian, you're missing the most insane part. A skull costume.
A skull costume.
Like these
I thought it was
were red. Yeah. But this is blue. This is blue. And this is a lock.
Mystérieux.
Is this mysterious? Bruno.
Bruno. Bollet.
I think that is what works, but some things didn't click whenever you clicked on them. Back out. Try Bruno again.
B. R.
But see how some things click and some things don't?
O.
Whenever you click the B, it didn't click. Oh, it did. I feel like that has to be what it is.
La Vergue was just wondrous this summer. We both stayed in the south of France for only a few days to visit some old friends. Lorelei spent far too much time in the kitchen. Golden braised pork shoulder roast with turnips and roasted plums and an entire quail wrapped in puff pastry. We brought only a simple chocolate cake from the street market. That was our dinner.
Wow.
She does things like that, you see, always trying to show up the guests. That's how she is.
Okay.
I must be off to the post quickly before the fog rolls in. I'm expecting parcels. We hope that all is well. Please keep in touch. Most cordially, Emmelinda.
Emmelinda.
Interesting name. Ooh, write these down. Yeah, and then Zeeks leaves a note saying some of these don't exist. Interesting. Okay.
Oh!
So that was
that's
all.
hot.
That was all.
I was
Okay.
like, oh my god. Oh, we need to get into this box.
For some reason, I feel like maybe we don't have to right now. I think we can come back here later.
Maybe it's just Bollet. Huh.
Brew. No. D. Olay. I was like, we're not using the D.
Yeah, true. Weird.
Okay, well, where's the stuff? I think we can come back here. I'm almost 100% sure we can come back here later.
Yeah? Are you sure?
I need to go through that box for Nancy, then get the nose spray.
Oh, so we need to get into that box.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we've looked at this, Bess. We've looked at this. Is there nothing else we can
Bruno
look at?
and what's this?
Bruno and... Is the dog's name?
Maybe. Shoot.
I wonder if she left any notes. As soon as I clear the box in the back door, my stupid user will. But if I use those Hamlet references, I'll be able to count on the letter about Emmelinda to open that locked box I found amid Bruno Bollet's things. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so the... So...
I'm confused.
So how can we use...
1, 3, 32. 1, 8, 3, 6.
So like, is it by letters or something? Like, are we supposed to use like L? I don't think L was even...
But what's Hamlet? What does Hamlet have to do with anything? Why does it say some of these don't exist? Oh, meaning like these aren't passages in Hamlet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, would it be like... Well, that doesn't fully make sense, but would it be
Well,
like
there is an L.
And then 1, 2... But V. Is there a V? There's not a V.
Let's look. Let's look and see
Or
what
maybe
weird
it's just
letters
like, maybe
are.
it's the words and it's just the first letter of that word. Like maybe it's literally like the first word, so it starts with an L. The third word, no, there's not a W. Yeah, look at the...
So we have, our options are B, O, N, E, D, R, L, U. Okay. Let's see. So it would be 1, 3, 32. So it would be like L, like it's just L, which we have.
But 3
It could be a U. We could say it's a U.
But why would it be a U?
Uruguay.
I feel like it's a V though. Maybe we could try U, but I...
Well, let's see. What's the 32nd letter?
Or might be words, too. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is longer, so I'm like... Hamlet. Dude, stop sneezing. I'm trying to focus. I can't work like this.
He's the reason we're even back here.
I cannot look like this. Work like this.
Whoa.
Bet if I use those Hamlet references, I'll be able to count on the letter about Linda to open that locked box.
Count on.
So it really makes it sound like it's like counting the words or the letters.
Yeah, it has to be. So it would be
But
like...
is there something to do with Hamlet? Like, is there something that comes before the number we're supposed to use? Or is this like an L and a U and then like... An E? 32.
There is an E, so it could be...
So say it was L-U-T.
L-U-E.
T.
Is it a T?
Oh wait, L-U-E.
E. Okay.
8.
Or does it start there again?
I don't know, because it just keeps saying Hamlet, and then a new thing, Hamlet, and then a new thing, Hamlet, and then a new thing.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe now, like
We
we
started
stop with
R,
the E and
yeah.
then start again. Like I.
And then we start at R.
That doesn't make sense though. 1, 2. But that would mean like. Oh, okay. So
You know what else it could be? I don't want to like confuse because there are periods in between them. So what if it was like L, go to the period, and then 1, 2, 3, B,
That
and
could
then
be.
go to a period, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay.
It's a good idea though.
Yeah. It worked for the first 2 letters. So we have Lou so far. L-U-E. Okay.
So okay. One thing that we have not tried yet
Yeah.
is to, because we're doing 1 and then going 1, 2, 3 and then going 1, 2, like and counting that way. So what if we like keep counting?
Right.
Like so we'll go 1 is L
Yeah, I think 1 is L.
and then go 1, 2, 3 and say E.
Okay.
And then what's the next number?
32.
32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, B.
Leb.
And
Yeah,
8.
and we have, an 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, E.
Lebe.
1, 2, 3, N.
Leben.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, U.
Lebenu.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, N. 14.
Lebanon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, D.
Yeah.
4. 1,
Lebanon.
2, 3, 4, T.
Okay, I don't know what this is now.
1, O. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, D. And then it just says X, so maybe just X.
There's no X. 10? X is 10.
Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, R.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll try an R. Okay, let's try it.
Okay, we'll try it that way because that gives us letters that we can
Yeah.
use. So
Lebenundertoder.
B,
E. N. U.
U,
N.
N,
D.
D,
T.
T,
O.
O,
D.
D,
R.
R.
Oh!
It just opened without the X.
Okay, great. Wow!
Dr. Belay, this completes our transaction. The Whisperer is now yours. Respect
Whisperer!
This is weird. I better
As
call
my
Nancy
grandfather
and make this
found
to a
out in
word for
doing
word.
this skull quite often
No!
undoes.
Wow, Bess, that is weird.
No, I'll tell you what's weird. The box the letter is in is padded, and it has this round indentation in it that's the
We're having
exact
such a bad
size
time
of
with the
a
puzzles
human
already.
skull. It's like it used to contain a skull, but now it
Should have been Junior.
Did you find anything else?
You're like, the
Yeah,
alcoholist
inside
told
the
me
box,
that it
but
should have been
this
Junior.
box is in, there's a couple of photographs.
This is
One's
predicting
of
the
a boy
future.
and a
Yeah.
dog, and the other is of an iguana dressed up like a pirate.
Yes.
And there's
With
a costume
a
in the
lemon.
box of a skeleton man.
Really?
I don't think it's the right one.
Yeah.
Good job, Bess.
Because
I'll go
that
over
was-
here and see if I can find
multiple
out anything
skeletons.
about
Yes, so that box of
the
things was
Whisperer.
given to the
I'm gonna go
guy
take care of Lamont.
Would you believe
after
it? The
before
kite
we saw the
Yes.
skeleton in, and he was
Look,
wearing
the
a
other way
red one.
around,
You
so
are
nothing's
right.
wrong with his
You are
sinuses.
right.
Oh, he's gonna hate me.
Okay, and now we're...
Oh, he's gonna hate me. Okay.
Back to Nancy.
Back to Drew. Back to Drew.
Everybody, let's toodaloo. Should we try to do another puzzle that we have
Yeah.
trouble doing?
I think we should. What's that book in the corner?
That's the one with all the dead people.
Oh. So casual.
Casual.
That's all the dead people. From my recollection, I don't remember this being too hard, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
Although, you know what? Stop. Bring this one up and bring it like up around here.
This
Bring-
is our utilizer for all everything
Yeah,
else
so-
that happens.
I feel like
You know what I want to try?
this might be wrong, but if you bring this guy either here or here. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing with my hand motions. And then you bring this one up, and then you have two that you can like do.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to do earlier, and then I kind of messed it up. Just because I messed it up. What if we like hit this one to here,
Okay.
and then hit that one
To there.
to there?
Yeah.
So we block that.
Okay, but now we still need to get over there. We have
I mean,
one thing.
It's still not great.
I use certain eyelashes, and my hair keeps getting caught in them.
Nice.
Thanks. I want to go through the lasers.
I put all my marbles on the other side. It didn't help me at all, but I did it anyway. Now I
You know
can't
what?
do
It was-
anything.
It was the method.
But now Laura's gonna try because I've proven I'm bad at this puzzle. That is all that I'm bad at. Just kidding. Okay, let's think logically. You know what? If we block this, you can get in here and hit this ball to there and hit that ball to here and hit that ball. Oh, but that will block there.
I have an idea. I think I have an idea.
She thinks she has a plan.
Not gonna lie, I'm not.
You're gonna really use your brain muscle on this.
As I take another sip of alcohol.
And alcohol promotes the brain muscle.
And alcohol promotes it.
Science.
Science rules.
Because if we move this block, say here,
Mhm.
like pushed it, and then, yeah, so get under it and push it up one more. Then, if we were to move this ball to here,
Mhm.
or not even, like if we push this block, oh, wait.
Yeah, we can push it over.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
If you, we can't push it over one more, right? Because then we get blasted.
We can. We can push it over.
Because if we push it over one more and then push the marble
Yeah.
towards it, we could have those two blocked.
Yeah.
Okay. So then if we push this marble
Get
to
blasted.
here, get blasted.
Yeah.
That blocks those. But
And
now,
then we can do this.
Yeah, we can do that now.
So now what?
And now the question is,
The
maybe we
question
should have used something to get this ball higher before we did that.
Maybe.
Because maybe you have to do
'Cause
something.
now
Maybe if
there's-
we got this ball in a better position, we could have hit this over again.
Yeah.
And then like hit
You're
the
right.
next marble.
Okay, well, we'll do it again. Yeah.
So hard. Why does this have to be hard?
All for an eye. This is all for an eye.
And there's so many eyes to collect, but
But
somehow
we need them all. So
this
we're gonna
one-
have to do
We
this.
can find one just in a drawer, but we have to do this for this one. This is like his most favorite eye.
Must be his most favorite eye. Okay.
We need the block to be pushed in here, but we can't do that with where the marbles are. We need to move these marbles over a little bit
Okay.
further.
I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, but now we're freaking stuck. Cause see what I mean? If we had like the marbles here and here, we could put this block here, push a marble,
Bring it up, yeah.
bring it up, push the block again, bring a marble, push it up. But we would have needed to do that. We need to get these over, but now we can't get him back.
There's no way.
I don't think there's a way. But I think that's definitely the solution. Okay, we'll be quick with it this time though.
Okay,
So
now
now
we're on the other
Just
side.
need to.
The other side.
Okay, so push blue marble up.
Okay.
Come around and push blue marble to the laser.
Okay. We got this.
We got this. We got this. We got this. Now block is ours. So let's move the block up one. This is important so we don't get him stuck. Move him over to the right one. Get under him. Ooh. So push this marble up as well.
Okay.
Get under him, move him up once. Get to the side of him. Over, over, over again, onto the top of him, down, 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 come around to the side, over, over, up and around to here, down, come around, get him on this side, over, and on top.
Yeah, we got this. Done. Done like dinner. Woohoo! Oh, wow, that freaking took
Yay,
forever.
but it feels good because we
No
did
cheats. We did the whole
use our brains.
thing. Good job. Mine.
Amazing. That was
Woo.
the most annoying friggin' eyeball to get. What a dumb prize for such a hard puzzle.
You know, I have a feeling it's not the one. That's probably not the most annoying.
Yeah,
Alright.
There's probably worse.
Alright.
Okay, so now we just come back and we do have more that we can ask Henry because we just talked to Zeke. We know for a fact, not Zeke, Lamont. I just want to call him Zeke.
No. At least you're not calling
We
him.
can at least say, we know that you sent him.
We know. Yeah.
You sold him a box.
I feel like accusing someone today,
I'm in that mood.
even though I may find you attractive. This whole like animation
Yes.
every time we want to talk to him. It's aggressive.
Oh, we can't even blame him.
I'll check back with you later.
We can't even blame him.
We can't even blame
What
him.
is the fun in that?
Blame who he is.
Okay, so then what's next? Like, are we supposed to do the teeth? What's this? Oh
Those
yeah,
are those, which we still don't know what they're.
those are those.
Those are those.
Yeah, maybe we can talk to Mrs. Drake.
Yeah, we can check with Mrs. Drake. That's her name. Because
yeah.
we don't remember her actual name. We still don't know anything about that.
Isn't her name like Natasha or something?
No. I feel like it is not. I don't really know any old ladies named Natasha. I just feel like that like isn't.
I'm sure there will be at some point.
Yeah, eventually there will be old Natashas. I just feel like we're not there yet.
If you happen to be an elderly lady watching us,
And
and
your name is Natasha. Or if you just have a grandmother named Natasha.
That too.
That's probably the easier, most likely solution, since we do check the age of people that view us,
That's the
because
front
that's the thing
door.
that you can look at, and
Yeah.
it's 20 to
Until I
30,
figure out what
which
Mr.
is
Skeleton Man was up to.
fairly accurate.
I mean, you never know.
Or it's like 25 to 30, you're like, no, it's like 20, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's literally one specific decade of people that are like, yeah,
we like you.
we're in your range, we can observe
We
this.
can observe this. There's the door.
Can't get the youngins because we're drinking, and we,
Yeah.
no oldins
Hello
are into us
again.
yet,
Well,
unfortunately.
we can't talk to her either.
And if
Nice
you're above
talking
30, you're
to
not
you.
old and you're
Come
still
see
young.
me anytime.
I'm done talking about this. To me, you're not starting to get old until you're like 70.
Yeah.
to
Still
be honest.
young.
Like 50s and 60s are like still.
You're
pretty
still young and spry. We have a skull.
Yeah, this is the crystal skull.
Yeah, by the way, we found
Nancy
it
doesn't
already.
actually know that what it even is yet, but we have.
But we
it.
have it.
So in case like anyone was wondering,
And look, it lights up.
we've solved the mystery.
We already solved the mystery.
She just needs to come find us.
Yeah.
There's no mystery there.
We're holding it captive.
We are.
Okay. Yeah, so we can't talk to Natasha.
Okay, Natasha is just not.
So what are
She's not got a pocket full of sunshine.
she doesn't. Oh, I feel like we need to figure this out because this probably leads us.
I feel like we are. There's a teeth chart that we need to find that we did not find yet.
There's a teeth chart.
Yeah. It's like shows you where the positions of teeth are.
Oh.
Oh, you can look at that.
Well, yeah.
That
We love these.
iguana Iggy. He's always in here stealing
Who
paper.
names their iguana
Must be to
Iggy?
build a nest
I
or
don't know, that's
something.
kind of cute name.
Yeah, that's
Look,
so
I had all those
like
books over
cliche.
in that box. Put 'em back
It's like, yeah, it's like naming
I just want to look through this
Your-
one book.
cat
Go right
Patty
ahead.
or your
After
dog
you put all
Doggy.
those
No,
dog.
that's not what it means.
Iggy the
It's like naming
iguana.
your dog Spot. Or like
Yeah,
naming
it
your
is.
cat Fluffy.
It's like naming your horse Horsey.
It's like naming your horse Nay. Okay.
We can do this.
Okay, so they're all in the position they need to be in.
Oh, you can't rotate.
No, that's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Okay. Thorpe. Okay,
There's one of these in Blackmore too, but with plants. And
Oh,
there's
yeah.
also one of these in Deception Island with books. It's like a pretty much direct copycat.
it really is. Okay, let me see. Nothing is thin enough. Oh, just
yeah,
kidding.
that's perfect.
As I said that's hilarious. Is there anything that will fit there now? No, that's not quite.
Yeah. Maybe like these tall ones, like does that fit? And no, it's not. They're not quite wide enough.
But it still might work.
But it could still work, yeah. Then like another tall one. Maybe this blue one here.
Ooh. No. They won't even let me click
not, Oh. That blue one?
it. It could be, but then I
No, I think that one's a little skinnier.
there. Okay. And then
Maybe it needs to be like one of these thinner ones. So we're starting over. Okay, but we had these to the left, that at the bottom. These to the farthest left. This in the middle. Let's try maybe this one. I feel like that might be the length.
good call. Oh, good call though. Yeah, that's great.
I eyeballed it.
Yeah, eyeballed it.
I just love when they like fit in nicely. It's just satisfying.
No.
Yeah, that one should be there as well.
They're both Thorpe.
Maybe like these ones first because they'll probably be the same width, I feel like. No, not quite. But we have skinny books to beside them.
True.
Ooh, that one should be at the bottom
Good.
because that'll actually match the length.
Good call.
Yeah. Then we can start doing the less wide and have something like along the side. Yeah, I think that'll fit. Yeah.
I feel like there's multiple.
And then this, probably multiple solutions. Skinny book. This one, and then the little book.
Oh my god. We freaking did it.
Puzzle masters. Just kidding. We are good at actual puzzles.
We are.
Not like puzzles, but like puzzle puzzles. Like ones where you have to fit the pieces into spots.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Thank you for that. Look, we found it.
The crystal skulls.
Fact or fable? Fact.
Fact, we have one right here.
And look who it's by, our favorite person in the whole world.
Hotchkiss.
Hotchkiss.
Hotchkiss is making the rounds here.
She
She's
really
writing about Marie
is.
Antoinette. She's writing about crystal skulls. She really does it all.
And you know what? You know who what? No, she plays Simone in Final Scene. That's her.
Yeah, and I think there's like, I think you mentioned that once, and I think there's like also a few weird ones that she does.
She does a
She's
lot
in
of
a
them.
lot. She's in a
Yeah.
lot.
So
She's
crazy.
in a lot. She's a legend. We
Yay,
can
it's
call
her
her
turn!
Hotchkiss.
We get to call a favorite person.
She is a girl in the world.
Okay.
She's my favorite girl in the world. In the world.
Okay. We get to call her and see if it's fact or fable. An overview. I don't care. No, just kidding.
So, skull's magic.
The skull is magic, and oh yes, more puzzles. The Whisperer. Remember, there was
That's
we
the
need
one
to
we
know.
care about.
Yes, we need to
That's
know
the one
that.
that Bruno Bollet bought. Like there was a receipt in that box that said that he had
Yeah.
purchased or taken possession
Yeah.
of the Whisperer.
So the first documented reference to the crystal skull, known as the Whisperer, came in 1532, shortly after Hernando de Soto helped Francisco Pizarro
Love these names.
ambush and capture an Incan emperor.
Atahualpa.
And gotta love that.
Love that.
At the Battle of Cajamarca. De Soto's aide-de-camp while updating the Soto's expedition record. Okay, this is fun.
Atahualpa subsequent. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. He did a thing. Wow, there's a lot of writing. Deceased high priest who staunchly advanced. Okay, well, the Whisperer exists and we're looking for it.
Okay, and the main thing about the Whisperer is that, like everyone who possessed the skull after him,
Yeah.
the skull can protect you from the ravages of time and nature.
Wow.
So basically, if you have the skull, you are supposed to be immortal.
So it's like the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
There are so many Harry Potter references.
But there's like, yeah, so the next,
there really
there's no
are.
match for the treachery of his fellow man. Okay, so you are immortal unless you're murdered.
So Bruno was
As you said,
murdered.
could perhaps protect him from the ravages of time and nature. It was no match for the treachery of his fellow man. I think so.
So
I think that's what it's telling us. It's
So
telling us that he
Bruno-
can't have died from natural
Yeah.
causes because the skull is supposed to just keep you
well, but
alive.
so we're assuming that Bruno had the Whisperer.
Yeah, because we
And
saw
that-
the thing
yeah.
that he had acquired possession of.
Yeah. So
Acquired it.
so
Took possession of it.
it's assumed that Bruno was murdered.
That's what it kind of
It's a
says.
murder case.
Because if he has the immortal skull,
yeah,
how can he die?
how can he die?
Unless it's at the treachery of a fellow man.
Yeah,
Let's turn the page.
but also,
I like this story.
humans aren't mortal even with a skull.
I don't know. Have you died yet since you've had this skull?
I haven't died yet.
She hasn't died yet, and she's had that skull for like we had it for like 2 years,
We've had it for like 2 years. I haven't died.
1 year, but
1 year.
pretty good track record.
We bought it for Halloween.
I don't know.
We bought it for Halloween.
Yeah, we got it for Halloween, and then we like utilized it in Blackmore Manor because we're like it's creepy.
We utilized it. We had
We just had it on the table beside us so that we could look at
Nobody
it.
had it.
And we felt spooky, so it was like putting
We also
the
had
core of the
We
game
also had
around.
candles just
Candles.
out. Yeah, and nobody saw them. We were
Nobody
like,
saw them.
we were very convinced that people were gonna see them in front of us, and they just didn't.
Yeah,
Did I
Because we
mention
didn't
that it
position
lights
it.
up? It lights up.
there are exactly 3 tiny bulbs because it's from the dollar store, and you're not allowed to have more than 3
Apparently not.
for $1.
I think it would be really cool if we got more fairy lights and put it in here.
Yeah, that
Or
would
if
be
we
really cool.
cleaned it out and we drank out of it.
Ooh.
Because then our liquid.
Imagine taking that as a flask, waiting in
Just
line
like-
for the club. Just that's how people in the lineup know you're a bad bee. Because I'm trying not to swear on this
that's a
channel.
conversation starter. I mean, we like to talk to people in the line anyway.
Yeah. And if
But-
you whip that out and take a shot while you're waiting to get into the club, people will be like,
The bouncer's not even gonna question you.
yeah, they'll be like, I don't know how you got this hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to you in your past that
Look,
made you this way?
it was $3. $3.
And we didn't even take this thing off. $3 for 3 tiny lights.
And a crystal
You get what
skull.
you pay for.
You get what you pay for, boys and girls. But now we have the Whisperer, and we won't die.
Yeah.
Alright,
Unless I murder you or you murder me.
I won't do that.
Or a different person
yeah,
murders us.
it's true. I feel like Mabel's plotting that over there.
Mabel is plotting our murder in her throne in the other side of the room.
5 hours later.
Shall we turn the page?
Yeah, let's turn the page.
Turn the page. Oh, it's Renee Robert Calavier.
Cavalier, but yeah. Cavalier. Okay. Crystalline head of death. That's all I can see.
It's the crystalline head of death. Nancy Drew and the crystalline head of death.
I wish that was what they named it. What a missed opportunity. Crystalline head of death.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway.
Which manservant swore? Which man?
These are just more people that owned it that we don't care about.
We don't care. We only care about the
I
fact.
don't know, Sips left.
I don't know such love either.
Our next break, we will take a sip.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll
Stand
refill
by.
we'll refill our glasses. Okay, conferring immortality upon its owner, but once again, his real enemy proved to not be age or disease, but his fellow man. So yeah. Canada.
Yeah, Canada. So there's a date there. Do we need to know that?
So the thing here is, if you own the crystal skull,
This is all over the place.
don't tell people that you own the crystal skull. Don't be like us.
Yeah.
If we didn't tell you that we owned the crystal skull, you wouldn't murder
You wouldn't
us.
have known
But
that.
now
You
that
wouldn't
you
have
know,
murdered us.
you would murder us because you know that we have it.
This game is taking a turn.
Anyway,
The Whisperer, however, has
Jonas Bro. Oh. We will get through this book today.
This is so chaotic.
Story time with Laura and Darian. Are you enjoying your stay?
We're so thankful that you're still with
the
us.
library people would come.
What? Something about the library
If
people.
we read books at the library, we had story hour.
People would come.
People would come for this.
So Jonas Bro is in Arkansas, suggested
That's Arkansas.
and Adolf Lupe's crystal skull had found itself in the hands of a traveling huckster.
Anyway, so what's the end of this story?
I don't
Because
know.
This
Curtis
will last
Cladwell's. Curtis Cladwell's
Part
Cures in
3, Legend of the Crystal Skull. We read a book for 1 hour. Yeah. That's what we're on track for.
Yeah.
I'm crying all my glitter off.
Jim,
Go
no.
on the next page, please.
Write down the date. I wish you guys could see, but my drink really looks like a pond right now because it's gotten less purple and more blue.
Our
and
drink
then,
has evolved.
and then now I also have a lily pad in my drink.
Yeah, it's just the lime that is no longer on the edge. But the thing is, we found the original drink a little bit too sweet for our liking.
Yeah,
so
we really like
have
non-sweet drinks.
really gone off of the recipe and invented something entirely new.
Yes, we've completely gone off of the drink.
We have
recipe.
taken, yeah, we've gone completely off with the drink. We've taken a moment to refresh our drinks and refresh ourselves
Yes.
because things were getting a little out of hand. We're gonna finish this.
Talking about Jonesboro in Arkansas. And
Yeah, there's just a lot happening.
did you write the date down?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're Crystal Skull.
Yeah. So it said, why Crystal Skull? Oh, okay.
Just, we found it in this book.
Right.
So.
And so this is Curtis Caldwell's Cures and Curiosities, The Whispering Crystal Skull, Wonder of the Ancient Incan World, Inquire Inside. Okay.
Okay, so we know.
If the Whisperer was in Caldwell's house, it no doubt survived the fire. So I guess there was a fire.
Yeah,
in
it
Baton
said
Rouge.
somebody, so he lived until 93, but he died when a dissatisfied customer set fire to his house.
Oh. But what is known about the skull's previous owners could prove very useful in solving that mystery. Okay.
Wow, Nancy, I'm glad that you finally realized that was the purpose of this.
Yeah. Oh, it says, in other words, the trail that leads to the discovery of this particular crystal skull will likely be one that begins with murder. Alright.
So yeah, we have learned that if Bruno did actually hold the skull,
Yeah.
that if he died,
It was because of murder.
it was because of murder.
Okay. Why don't we go back upstairs? Is there anything else that, because we went up there briefly.
Yeah, there was a locked door, maybe to Natasha's room,
Right.
but we don't have the key to it yet.
Right.
And then that must be Henry's room, which is just really
Ooh.
depressing.
We're in Henry's room.
We're in Henry's room.
I
It's
can't
really
see-
sad. Shows well, you know, it's probably not his room.
Yeah,
As
this
he's just
is gonna
staying
open.
here. Briefly. Yeah, that looks like it'll open for sure.
Okay, so nothing. There's absolutely nothing up here.
We got nothing. We have nothing else that we can really do in that main room right now. We can talk to people again, but other than that, I feel like we might have to like walk out into the cemetery.
You think so? We need to do this puzzle, but we don't have any names yet.
No, we don't have to do a puzzle, but like there's things we can find out and about.
Are
out
there?
I'm pretty sure. Like there's lots of different areas we can go to. It's not all cemetery. Like it's mostly just cemeteries.
I'm ready.
But I think there's things that we still have to like go and see.
Okay.
Yes?
How did Bruno die, if you don't mind my asking?
Just dropped dead in the front hallway. I mean, the guy was
Drugs.
95 years old.
Just kidding.
Here, check it out. Myocardial infarction.
Where is
That's doctor
autopsy?
speak for heart attack.
Immediate cause of death.
Attending physician Dr. Gilbert Buford, 504-555-9970.
You know what? I think he's the guy
Is that
outside
Bruno's
of
doctor?
Zeke's.
And his best friend,
Oh.
or so I'm told. I've never met him.
Interesting
That was his
keychain.
best friend.
That's one of
Can
Uncle
I have
Bruno's
it?
glass eyes.
Can I has it?
It's
Can
the
I
one he was
has-
wearing when he died.
How nice.
Anything else?
Can I have the
Can I has
keychain?
it though?
I'll
Please,
let you get back to
Henry.
work.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Henry.
And wonder, check her phone. Did she just write the doctor's name down?
She's like, I can't
Like
use
right
this.
here, right here, right
Probably
here.
like, I can't use this right now.
I was like, it's not in
Nancy's
the hallway.
polite.
That's just what I
Yeah. Oh, we can talk to both of these people. Let's talk to Hotchkiss.
You know what? Let's call both of them.
Phone is ringing.
Hotchkiss.
Yes, hello?
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew.
Yes, hello.
Is this Professor Hotchkiss?
I am she, Nancy Drew. Your name has a ring to it.
Yes,
Do I
you
know
called us Francie.
Yes,
Yeah.
as a matter
Call
of
us
fact,
many
we
names.
met a little
None
while
of them
back
Nancy.
in Wisconsin.
Until the end, she did call us Nancy.
Yes, you were the delightful young lady
We
doling
are
out the
delightful.
samples in the tasting room of that cheese factory. Yum, yum.
No, I met you at Whitford Castle.
Yeah, we were best
That's
buds.
ridiculous. There was no cheese-tasting room at Wickford Castle.
I helped you
No,
find
we were
Marie
both guests
Antoinette's
there.
journal.
We
How do
found
you
a
not
journal
recall?
written by Marie Antoinette, which you translated. Remember?
Really?
Thanks to you, suddenly all I can think about is how wonderful a nice big slab of Colby cheese would taste
All she can
right
think
now.
about is food, but like
Listen,
relatable
Mandy, I'm on a
stuff.
Very
deadline, so
relatable.
if you
I
could
always-
please just
I
tell me
always
why
think
you
of cheese, but
called.
often.
But
you know?
my name isn't...
Deadline, let's cut to the chase.
Mandy.
shall
She
we?
calls us Mandy a lot,
Oh,
too.
Lord, yes.
Mandy.
Okay.
Did a man from New Orleans named Bruno Bollet ever call you?
Ah, now there's a name
Really?
you can remember.
Thank you.
Olay. Nice and
Nice
French.
and French.
I'm a scholar of French
That she
history,
is.
you know.
That she
Yes,
is.
I know. So did Bruno Bollet call you?
Indeed he did. Oui, oui.
Wee wee.
Oh.
Why did he call?
Why did he call, if you don't mind my asking?
Because he had read my book, of course.
So did
The
we.
Crystal
Yeah.
Skulls. Fact or fable.
fable.
One of my best efforts. Sold like hotcakes, smothered in
It was a good book. We read it like very diligently.
Really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he say anything about owning one of the skulls himself?
I would have hung up on him straight away if he had. I tell you, Brandy, if I had $1 for every crackpot who's called claiming to own one of those skulls, I'd be able to dine at the Russian tea room every evening for the
Oh,
rest
wow.
of my life. All right, that's a bit of hyperbole, but you get the picture. No. If memory serves, we talked mostly
Yes.
about the skull called the Whisperer.
Yes, yes, yes.
He
yes,
wanted
yes.
to know if I had learned any more about it since my book was published, which I hadn't, or if I had any theory as to what happened to it, which I didn't.
And that was the extent of your conversation?
Well, now, let me think. My, such insatiable curiosity, Nellie.
No,
You
you-
remind me
The
of
amount
someone
of
I
names
you have
come
encountered
up
on
with.
one of
Yeah.
my journeys.
Oh, gosh.
But for the life of me, I cannot remember her name or the circumstances.
Nancy Drew? Wickford Castle?
Ah! The eyes have it.
I'm sorry?
That's
The
what
eyes.
Bruno Bollet said when I turned the tables
Yeah.
and asked him if he had any idea where the Whisperer was. He said,
Ah.
eyes have it. Then he chuckled and hung up.
Onward to find the eyes. How many eyes
With a crystal
are there?
skull like the Whisperer
Maybe
would
like
be
20?
worth.
Is this
yeah.
crazy
We found like
dandy?
Yeah.
Where the short hair and used tissues
need the
of
one on that
celebrities
keychain.
get sold for thousands of dollars, there's absolutely no telling, Candy. $500,000
Candy?
easily. Maybe even $1 million. Maybe 2. Maybe 10. The sky's the limit. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Alright. There's so many things.
If someone found a
Just
skull
choose the
made of
first one.
crystal, how could they be sure it's one of the crystal skulls?
There.
Tell me.
Wonderful question, Francie. How indeed?
How?
Because there are sure to be thousands of fakes out there. Perhaps tens
This
of
one's not
thousands.
Does
fake.
the real one
But
have
remember,
Halloween?
the real skulls were
dollar
made
and a
long
$3
before
tag
the
on the
tools
bottom?
commonly used for carving today were
I think
invented.
so. I think the real one was made in China.
Let's put on our
And it
thinking
is
caps.
glass.
Yeah.
With a cork at the top.
Yeah, and a cork in the top.
It's
China.
only $3.
Modern day tools would have left
real
marks
now.
if the skull was a fake?
Why did we never do that?
So,
No, it's
mind
very
you,
easy
the
to
marks
remember.
on a good fake would be microscopic. And thus
Now I can't even get it back on.
to
The marks
human
on a
eye.
good fake is
However,
microscopic.
any thorough laboratory analysis would quickly unmask a
There's definitely not a
counterfeit.
scene
So the
running
only
along
way
the
to
middle.
prove that a skull is
face
a real
there.
deal is by proving it's
There
not a
isn't
fake?
an on or off
And
button
by
on this cork
examining
coming
its
out of
There
its
really
head.
isn't.
Its history of ownership.
There definitely isn't
it
a
can be
plastic
shown
cork
that a
stuck in the
particular
top.
specimen has been passed along
Nope,
from
and
antiquity
there
to
aren't,
modern
like, little
times.
glue
It
marks
didn't just
at
suddenly
all.
appear
No,
in,
no
say,
glue
Germany
marks.
in the mid-19th century. That
What?
would tend to support its authenticity as well.
Okay. Provenance is history of ownership. Blah blah. If it was passed into okay, whatever.
In your book, you said that all the people who've ever owned the Whisperer were murdered, yet Bruno Bollet dropped dead of a heart attack.
Are you saying the Whisperer was in his possession after all? The scallywag!
Sounds like
Why didn't he tell me that?
the
Oh, that's
scallywag.
right. I would
Well,
follow up on
he
him.
probably
Well,
tried
if
to,
that's
in a
the
way.
case,
True.
then I strongly
She's just a little
suggest
nuts.
you take a close look at his so-called heart attack, Sandy. Because if he owned
Sandy.
the skull and he died, I guarantee you it was at the hands of someone else. or my name's not Beatrice Gertrude Winifred Hotchkiss.
What a name of a strong, independent woman.
Oh, yeah.
The idea that the Whisperer can make its owner immortal,
Yeah.
do you believe that?
I believe that things that defy any so-called rational explanations happen all the time, Nessie.
Nessie.
Now, does that mean there are mysterious external forces at work in the universe of which we do not and cannot ever have full knowledge? Or does it all boil down to us? If the human heart desperately wants something to be true,
Gosh, she's a
the
chatty
human
one.
mind have the power
Jeez,
to
I
make
forgot
it
this about
true.
her.
Who
I remember such
knows?
fond things, and then this happens.
Questions,
Yeah.
questions. Oh, how dreary life would be without them.
Bye.
That's it for now.
Good luck to you, dear.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have to call
Gilbert
Buford, but I'm
Buford.
pretty sure he'll just be like, beat me up front of Zeke's.
Okay.
And then we just tell this.
We just like
This
send
is
the
Dr.
best.
Gilbert Buford's answering service. How may I help you?
I need to talk to Dr. Buford. Could you maybe give me a number where I can reach him?
No, ma'am, I cannot. Is this an
Oh.
emergency?
Sort of. I mean, it's not a medical emergency. I just... See, I'm only going to be in town for a short time, and Dr. Buford and I have this mutual friend who died recently, and I just really need to talk to him about it.
Need some consoling,
I like how
huh?
Nancy is
Yes,
so like
I need
presumptuous to
some
be like, we have a
consoling.
mutual
That's it.
friend. It's like,
I
did you know this
know.
man, Nancy?
Well, tell you what.
Well,
it's
she
against the
says the
rules
right
to give you
things.
his
Yeah.
phone number, but I can tell you that now that he's all but retired, Dr. Buford spends most of his evenings at his favorite gumbo stand down in the French
Okay.
Quarter.
Yeah.
If you really need to talk to him, you can probably find him there.
Great. Do you know the address?
It's at the corner of Rampart and Domain.
Did you say Rampart and Domain?
Sure
I did
did.
indeed. Granny
Granny
Pumpkin's
Pumpkin's
Cajun
Cajun
cooking.
cooking.
They make some darn fine gumbo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can't, Bess
You're
can attest to
welcome,
that.
and
She sure can.
I'm truly
She
sorry
breathes
about
fire.
your loss.
She really did.
My loss?
That mutual friend of yours.
Nancy,
that
at least stick to
Buford.
your story.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
What a
Bye.
noob, you know?
Such a noob.
It's
All
like
right.
she hasn't solved like 15 mysteries. at this
It's
point or
true.
something.
It is true. All right, Bess, you can do this.
All right, Bestifer, you got this.
Hello?
Christopher.
Hi, Bess. It's me.
So what's been happening? Tell me everything.
Well,
Okay.
let's see. Since the last time we talked, I was just about to raise...
Transport us.
Wow, this is pretty.
Interesting
It looks
stuff.
Like
But the reason I
like
called
a-
is I need you to
inside
talk
of
to this
a
doctor
slab.
named Gilbert Buford, who, as it turns out,
Almost like
likes
a
to hang
marble
out at a
with
gumbo
color.
stand
Yeah,
called Granny
sounds
Pumpkin's Cajun Cooking, which should be right across from our hotel.
You just
Hey.
want me to talk to
And
him?
Bess again's like,
That's
"Mm,
it?
I have to talk about random
Like, I
things."
just want to go shopping and
Black Ops
out
stuff?
for dinners.
He was Bruno Bellay's doctor
Relatable,
and
really.
apparently his
I have
best
3
friend.
more
too.
meals to eat in a
I just
row.
need for you to see
at
if he
this
thinks there was
gumbo
anything
stand.
weird about the way
Yeah.
Bruno died.
I mean, I would be
What do you
clear.
mean by weird?
I mean, I kind of think maybe Bruno was murdered.
Murdered? By whom?
That's what I'm trying to figure
By
out.
who?
Everyone's a suspect at this
It's like, you don't think if we knew,
Including
we'd be like
this
doing
Gilbert
something about
Buford
it?
Yeah.
guy?
I really think that when
Great,
this,
I'm gonna
the
be
borders
chatting
open,
up
we should
Jack
just
the
go to New
Ripper.
Orleans for like,
I'm sure the
like
guy's
even like an
fine,
extended long
but
weekend. If we like
he's
flew
a-
out on like a Thursday night and came back on a Monday, it's
Well,
probably
I
so
can
much
see the
fun.
gumbo
Oh,
stand
yeah.
from our
If you're from
balcony.
New Orleans,
He's the
hit
guy
us
that's sitting down
Yeah,
there.
tell
I
us the
guess
places
he
to
looks
go.
harmless.
Other
We'll
than
rent
like
an
Okay,
Airbnb.
I'll go
the
talk
French
to him.
Quarter.
Yeah,
He's obviously
Beth.
good
But
at
tell
work.
us
Let me know
like
what
where to
happened.
eat and where
Cheerio.
to
Party.
party. And they have the thing, open liquor law, where you can like go from restaurant to
I know.
restaurant with like a random like
So I heard
take one
that
cocktail to the next
New
restaurant.
Orleans is the Vegas for women. Because you can literally drink on the streets and go and like party wherever, but it's like mostly women that like go there for a weekend with their friends. Not saying that men don't go there for vacation. Obviously they do, just like women go to Vegas.
On like
But-
a little river cruise.
Yeah, I want to go on
see
a
some gators and like
yeah.
just
I want to go on one of those like what are they called? Monorail, not monorail, but like they have those like bus things. Why can't I think it's like a streetcar, but like without without the Toronto has like the things they have to
yeah,
stay on,
the track.
rail, the track, yeah. They have those without those.
Oh.
I forget what those are called.
I don't know.
Trolleys.
Oh. I was thinking of that like boat that has like the motor in the back, like catamaran or whatever
Yeah.
the heck it is. Yeah.
Okay, hi.
Okay, hi.
Why, hello,
Geography
young
lessons
lady.
with Darian and
How
Laura.
kind of you to grace an old man with your lovely presence.
Oh, he's
Aw,
sweet.
cutie.
Hi, my name is Bess Marvin.
My name's Bess Marvin. I'm looking for Dr. Gilbert Buford.
Well, it's a pleasure to report that I am he.
Hi.
Do you mind if I join you?
Of course
Can
not.
I have some crabs?
A
I
little
love the
lively
shells.
discourse would brighten this gloomy evening.
They're crawfishes.
This here
Can
is
I have
my
some
favorite
crawfish?
spot in the whole
The
city.
crunchy texture
Delicious
is the best
gumbo,
part.
pleasing view.
I love to
particularly
crunch on
now.
their little legs.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Bruno Bollet, if that's okay.
I'd prefer a subject matter of a happier nature, but I do not want to seem inhospitable,
Look how
so...
honest he is.
What
Yeah.
It's like, I really would rather talk about something else, but I'll be nice
Yeah.
and talk to you.
I'd rather not talk about someone who's dead, but I would also,
Yeah, my friend, my best friend who is dead.
Yeah.
But I will,
Is
because
it true
you're
that
a nice
Dr.
young
Bollet
girl.
was your best friend?
Exactly.
Well, now, I was certainly his best friend, but I cannot
Oh.
honestly say that he was mine. Fact is, while
Spice!
socializing with my fellow
Variety
man,
is the spice of life.
particularly with
Spilling the
young women such as
tea,
yourself,
doctor.
has always been a source of pleasure for me. Bruno was just the opposite. Unfortunately, the older he got, the more numerous his idiosyncrasies became, and the less concern about their negative effect upon others he
I don't
became.
really know what that word was, but okay.
His
Idiosyncrasies?
idiosyncrasies, what did I say?
I don't know, you said something.
Numerous is idiosyncrasies.
We'll watch it in the footage. I don't think it was idiosyncrasies, but...
It really wasn't. I became less concerned about their negative effect upon others. He became.
His idiosyncrasies didn't bother you?
Now, as a doctor of medicine, I am not only accustomed
As
to
a doctor
dealing
of
with the
medicine.
abnormal, but I find that I'm actually
As a
drawn
doctor of
to it.
medicine, I am obliged
I,
to
for
send
one,
motion.
thoroughly enjoyed
Yeah.
Bruno's
Yeah.
Obligated, not
outlandish
obliged.
Doctor of
personality.
medicine, this is how I must sit
Although,
at all
at the same
times.
time, I fear it may have
If you're a
played
doctor,
a role in
drop
his
us a
demise.
comment down below and tell us.
You
Do
see,
you sit like this
He
at all
died
times?
of a
'Cause
myocardial
he must.
infarction, most likely
Let
caused
me
by
tell you.
age-related
A
atherosclerosis.
bachelor illness.
Dying of a heart attack is all too common for
It
people
isn't
who
bad,
are socially
but it isn't
isolated.
good.
And Bruno Bollet had
Let's discuss
most
solutions.
certainly become that.
Let's discuss solution.
Is that how your doctor talks to you?
No, it's not, but I love it. Imagine they sat there like this. Let's discuss solutions.
To your
Illness.
problem.
Okay. Let's play dumb. Which one?
Dying of a heart attack is all too common for people who
Sorry?
are socially isolated, and Bruno Bollet had most certainly become that. Let's ask Gab. They did an autopsy.
Did they do an autopsy on Dr. Bollet?
No. Given Bruno's
Really?
advanced age and the absence of
no,
any indication
I
of
declare,
foul play,
dig up that
an
body.
autopsy was deemed unnecessary,
Dig it up.
and the
Oh,
body was
ashes,
cremated
though.
according to Bruno's wishes.
Well, that's not very helpful, sir.
Maybe his body was buried with the crystal skull, although I don't think it was because I remember the ending.
Yeah.
Maybe it was, and I
But
just
like
forgot.
now we can't ever know what happened to him because he was cremated and they didn't autopsy him.
Autopsy the ashes.
I'm sorry.
Did Dr.
Yeah.
Bollet ever
Sorry.
say anything
No,
to
no,
you
no,
about
that's
owning
what I
a
wanted you
crystal
to ask.
skull?
Why, yes. Yes, he did. In fact, he showed it to me once.
Oh,
Said
wow.
it had magical powers. Said owning it was going to allow him to live forever.
Ooh.
I thought it was utter nonsense and told him so. Well, he didn't appreciate that at all.
Probably not.
Refused to talk to me for a full 2 weeks.
He seemed like a dramatic guy, to be honest.
Yeah.
What did the skull look like? You have any idea where he kept it?
Do you have any idea where he
Yeah,
kept
can
it?
you?
No.
Would she
He was
honestly
terrified that
ask?
someone would steal
Do you know
it.
what- do you know what
So
the
he
crystal
told
skull
no
looked
one
like?
its location. Not even me.
A crystal
Tell me,
skull,
Miss
Bess.
What
Wait,
do
where
you
did he
know
look?
about that crystal skull?
Wait, we don't even know what
friend
he
of mine,
said.
who is also a friend of Henry Bollet, you know, Dr. Bollet's great nephew. Anyway, while she was visiting Henry, she saw this book in Bruno's library about the legendary crystal skulls and was kind of intrigued and thought that since Henry said that you were pretty much Bruno's only friend, maybe Bruno had said something to you about it, and as it turns out, he had. That's all I know.
I see. Well,
nice
much as
man.
I'd like to believe that skull holds the key to immortality, I'm afraid Bruno's passing
And
proves
his
it's worthless.
outfit.
Although it
I
would
know,
make an
the
The
attractive
little
paperweight,
suspenders
as
and
I
the bow
recall.
tie, like, come
Tell your
on.
friend
Why
not
don't
to
men
give it
just dress like
another
that all the time now?
No. So he says, as much as I like to believe the skull holds the key to immortality, I'm afraid Bruno's passing proves it's worthless, which I don't agree with because it says in the legend that unless he can't die of natural causes. And we didn't do an autopsy, they just cremated
so
him.
we
actually don't know.
It might have appeared like a heart attack. If you see a man laying dead in the hallway, you'd be like, okay, like there's no noticeable gashes on him or damage or bruising or blood.
He might have been poisoned.
Exactly. There are other things that could cause your heart to stop other than just a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's be logical and scientific and detective about this.
And do
Come on.
an autopsy.
Just because he's old and he's laying there dead does not mean it was a heart attack. Let's stop jumping to conclusions.
Okay, Terry.
Why are we always jumping to conclusions?
Why are we always jumping to conclusions?
That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know.
Why is our world this way?
Why is our world this way?
Where was Dr. Bolet when he had his
Everyone
MI?
was more like
In the
Nancy
foyer
Drew,
of
the
his
world would be a better
house, just
place.
inside the front door.
Nancy Drew?
In fact,
Get a clue.
I hadn't seen him for a while, so I picked that day to pay him a visit. I walked up to the front door, found it unlocked as usual,
Okay,
opened it, and there
So
he
anyone
was,
can just
lying
randomly go
on
into
the
his
floor
house.
in
So did
obvious
you determine that he
distress.
was just
The
dead
next
of a
thing
heart
I know,
attack?
his
Hey, you're a
housekeeper
doctor.
came running in and started shrieking and carrying on until
He's the
finally
most
I sent her out of the
unsuspecting.
room so she could summon an ambulance, and I could once
Oh, the
again
housekeeper
hear
came in
myself
and was
think.
shrieking,
Then
carrying
I-
on.
Well, let's see. Then I knelt down and saw that he wasn't breathing. So I pulled him away from the doorway so I'd have more room to work.
Chest compressions.
And began chest compressions.
Chest compressions.
Yeah.
Chest
I
compressions.
continued
chest
until the
compressions.
medics
Staying
arrived,
alive.
but nothing
Staying
there
alive.
made a difference either.
Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. This is the only thing I learned from like first aid classes.
Truly.
Stay
And,
alive.
and it's good that they teach you that way because you will remember.
Yeah, it's very true. Do you
And you
watch?
can't just do it like this. You gotta
Gonna put your whole.
everything needs to go into it.
Do you watch Dr. Mike?
No, because you said that you're obsessed with it.
Don't say that on the
Dr.
internet.
Mike, if you somehow watch our video, are all 150 something subscribers. Probably one is Dr. Mike. But Laura would like to date you.
It's one thing I've learned from his channel. It's chest compression. That's how you save someone's life, everybody.
It's true.
I'm going red. He is my.
Don't worry. I don't think he'll watch this video unless someone sends it to him. Like me.
Spam his
Hey,
Instagram.
Mike, check out
Mike,
this.
Mike, here. Anyway, woo.
Was Dr. Bolet unconscious the whole time?
Yes, he was.
Forgot
Can
that
you
I
remember
told you
anything that might
this channel.
indicate what he was doing by the front door? I mean, had he just come in from a walk? Was he wearing a hat? Was he holding anything? Had he dropped something?
See? Bess.
An umbrella.
Suddenly a detective.
She's actually really
sunglasses.
good.
Wait.
She's picked up a lot from Nancy in these years,
Why,
you know?
yes, he was holding
paper.
something. A piece of paper. And on the floor next to him was an envelope. He must have collapsed while reading a letter.
Okay, well, can we have it, please?
Yeah, what did this letter say
Do you
that
know what
literally
happened
made him
to it?
die?
I
Yeah.
know the letter was no longer in Bruno's hand when the paramedics arrived, so perhaps he released the letter when I moved him. And yet, I do not recall seeing it on the floor when they
Someone
wheeled him out the
took it.
door. Iggy.
What's icky?
Iggy.
The iguana.
Iggy is an iguana Bruno befriended, then turned loose in his home. It soon
he
developed
hangs out.
the annoying
He's cool.
habit of
He's cute. He was, like,
stealing
just chilling
paper
on some
and
books, like, having a good
stockpiling
time.
it in the
We liked
vents.
it. We
I
liked
love
Iggy.
that.
Are you saying an iguana made off with the letter Bruno had been reading?
It would not have been
Yes.
the first time a missing document ended up in Iggy's possession. Renee would periodically call me saying the lizard had absconded
It worked
with
for like
one
a
of
second.
Bruno's prescriptions, and would I
my
please
nose, like,
write her
turns
up
up.
a
Yeah, you have
replacement?
enough of a turnip nose.
In any case, Bruno once told me he was training
Hold it
Iggy.
there.
Said he taught
Yours
Iggy to
does
retrieve
upturn
the
a little
things it
bit.
had
Yeah,
stolen.
just very slight.
Yeah.
Not quite as much as yours. But.
And a little ski slip,
Oh, again.
ski slip nose. Thumbnail.
Just enough to hold it.
Yep. Anyway, Bruno once told me he was training Iggy, so I taught Iggy to receive things it had stolen. Interesting.
Do you think it's possible that Renee caused Dr. Bolles's death by, say, hoarding the pills from those missing prescriptions and giving them to him all at once?
Maybe they're in
No.
her pouch. We
Had
haven't
he
talked to
died
her
of
in a
an
while.
overdose
Yeah,
of
we have to talk to
medications
her.
I had prescribed, the manner of his death would have been quite different. But he died of a heart attack. Of that, I am
Are you
certain.
sure
However,
though?
I
Like,
know for a
a,
fact
like,
that
Renee
Renee
health?
was deeply involved in the practice of voodoo.
I was
As
gonna say,
Bruno's
heart attacks
housekeeper,
can be
she
caused
had ample
like by your
opportunity
health or
to
like
use
by
it against
other
my poor old
things.
friend.
True. Stress, right?
Ooh, yeah, stress can like different like substances can like cause your heart to stop attack itself.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
You mean hoodoo really works?
mean
What's
hoodoo
hoodoo?
really
Like
works?
voodoo?
Young
Yeah,
lady,
Like, what is hoodoo?
never,
What is
ever
hoodoo?
underestimate
Maybe we'll find out.
the
Because I
power
know there's a lot of like
suggestion.
voodoo stuff. In
If
New
a person
Orleans with, like,
believes
a
in
lot
Yeah,
of
something,
mystery and
even
stuff,
on
which
a
is very cool.
subconscious
Vampirism,
level,
vampirism,
fantasy can
vampirism?
easily become fact.
People think they're vampires
Who knows
in
what
Orleans. Like it's
rubbish
an actual
Renee
thing.
filled
Have you
Bruno's
watched?
mind
There's a
with?
show called
Drink
like
this, don't eat that.
something
this
like
brings good luck.
Deadly
that brings
Tourism
bad.
or like
day
I forget what it's
in,
called, but it's on
day out.
Netflix. I think I might have told
Even
you to
if
watch
he said he
it. There's a
didn't
whole
believe
episode
a
on the
word
States
of
and they
it.
go to
Who
New Orleans
knows how
and
much
they
his
like
subconscious
interesting.
yeah, it's
was
actually very I don't remember
very
what it's called.
old
It's like
and
something like
vulnerable.
You know what? I think I'm a
So
vampire.
could Renee have caused Bruno to have that
But
fatal
these people
heart attack?
actually-
I like red wine a
There's
lot,
not
and you know
doubt
what?
in
Maybe
my
that's the
mind
equivalent
she
of blood.
No, but these people actually like drink other
Drink
people's blood. Yeah, I'm not kidding. On our break, I'll find it and I'll show you like the show. You need to watch it. It's very interesting. I'll let you get back to your
I'll
gumbo.
let you get back to your gumbo.
Good night.
Yeah, we didn't pick up a lot of information from him, but I'm sure
You know what? He gave us a lot, and we didn't listen.
And that's it for today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. We post every Monday, so the next part will be out soon. Hope to see you then. Boozy Broads out.